Daniel's face lit by laptop light. His eyes stop moving. He reads the name again. Mrs. Kareem. The same person who told him he wasn't decisive enough. His thumb taps once against the desk. He doesn't open the email yet. The fan hums above him. He swallows. 2 years ago, he walked out of her office at exactly 3:17 p.m. Today, she's asking to hire him. He clicks. "Hi, Daniel. I'd like to discuss working with you." His jaw tightens slightly. He doesn't smile. He leans back slowly, cut to black for half a second. Text on screen. 2 years earlier. Daniel worked at a shared desk by the wall. He wasn't loud. He wasn't fast. He fixed spacing, corrected spelling, aligned layouts others rushed through. Mrs. Kareem liked speed. Daniel liked precision. One afternoon, she called him into the glass meeting room, fluorescent light buzzing faintly. She folded her hands. "We need someone more decisive." Daniel nodded too quickly. "I understand." His ears felt warm. His fingers pressed into his thigh under the table. He didn't ask questions. He didn't defend himself. He just nodded. At 3:17 p.m., he walked out of the building with an envelope in his backpack. No one stopped him. No one looked up. At first, he told people it was mutual. "Yeah, it's fine." He refreshed job sites every morning. Inbox, spam folder, LinkedIn. Rejection, no response. Rejection. He ironed his shirt carefully for one interview. They smiled, nodded, said they'd call. They didn't. 2 weeks later, he saw their new hire announcement. Confident posture, wide smile. Daniel zoomed in longer than he meant to, closed the tab. Savings dropped. He ran into a former coworker at a grocery store. The coworker shifted awkwardly. "Heard they needed someone stronger." Daniel smiled, held it too long. That night, he lay in bed staring at the ceiling fan spinning slowly, whispered quietly, "Stronger." One afternoon, months later, something small cracked. He opened Mrs. Kareem's company page again. New post. "Excited to welcome our new senior creative lead." Caption: decisive, fast, confident. Daniel stared at those words. Decisive, fast, confident. He opened one of their new designs, zoomed in. It wasn't better than his, but it looked finished, certain. He opened an old screen recording of himself working. Undo, redo, undo. He paused the video, watched himself hesitate before every decision, cursor hovering, zooming in, zooming out, waiting. Something uncomfortable surfaced. Maybe he wasn't slow because he cared. Maybe he was slow because he didn't trust himself, because choosing meant responsibility, and responsibility meant being wrong in front of people. He leaned back, looked around the room. No manager, no deadline, still hesitating. That unsettled him. It wasn't them, it was him. He closed the laptop, didn't open it for 2 days. Medium shot. Daniel sitting on the edge of his bed, curtains half closed, phone in his hand. Job site open. He typed half of his name, deleted it, typed again, deleted. He looked around his small room, same walls, same fan, same uncertainty. He said quietly, "If I go back now, nothing changes." Not dramatic, just tired. He felt small, and that feeling stayed longer than he expected. On the 3rd day, he opened his laptop, not to apply, just to look. He opened his cousin's old logo file, adjusted something, made a decision quickly, didn't overthink, moved on. He started practicing choosing faster, set a timer sometimes, choose, commit, no undo. It felt uncomfortable, but lighter. He built a small portfolio page, profile picture slightly awkward, hovered over publish for 15 seconds, clicked. Nothing happened. Days passed. Then one message. A small bakery needed a menu redesign. He underpriced, delivered carefully. They replied,
This is exactly what we needed. He read it 3 times, didn't celebrate, but slept through the night. Work trickled in, flyers, logos, templates. He spoke softly in client calls, but clearer. Then a bigger client contacted him. First serious opportunity. He quoted a higher price than usual, voice steady but tight. They agreed. He worked 3 days straight, delivered. Silence. 5 days, 10 days. He saw them using his design online. No credit, no payment. His eyes fixed on the screen. This time, fear rose, but he didn't shrink. He drafted a message, deleted it, drafted again. Clear, firm, short. They responded, apologized, paid. Late, but paid. That moment changed him more than the money did. He realized a simple thing. He wasn't weak. He was unclear, and clarity could be practiced. He started requiring deposits, lost 2 clients, kept better ones. His posture changed slightly, voice steadier, savings slowly growing. Nothing dramatic, just stable. Back to the laptop glow. Mrs. Kareem's email open. We need someone careful with details. Careful. He exhales softly. He remembers the meeting room, the fluorescent buzz, his own voice saying, I understand. He didn't understand then. Now he does. He makes tea, sits down, types. Thank you for reaching out. I'd be happy to discuss your project. My rate is attached. A 50% deposit is required before work begins. He reads it once, doesn't soften it, clicks send. Video call, split screen, natural lighting, slight lag. She looks tired, polite smile. You've improved a lot. Daniel nods. She explains the project, then says, we've struggled finding someone reliable. Small pause. Then she adds, I guess I underestimated how important that is. There's a brief silence. Daniel's eyes shift slightly. For half a second, the old version of him wants to say, I told you. His fingers press lightly into the desk under frame, then relax. He says calmly, I focus on clarity now. She nods, moves to logistics. Can you start immediately? Daniel checks his calendar slowly, actually looks. I can begin next week. She agrees to his rate, no negotiation. When the call ends, he doesn't move immediately. The fan hums above him, same sound from 2 years ago, but the room feels different. That evening, he walks past the old office building, same pharmacy downstairs, same stairs. He stops, looks up at the windows. 2 years ago, he left at 3:17 p.m. feeling small. Now, he feels steady, not bigger, not victorious, equal. He checks his banking app. The deposit is there. He looks at it, locks his phone, keeps walking. Back home, he opens the project brief, begins working, not fast, not slow, steady. Email notification sound. He doesn't open it immediately. He adjusts the layout, makes a decision, moves on, no undo. His face, calm, grounded, clear. The fan hum continues for 1 extra second. Fade to black. Silence.